Right. If we're ready, we'll kick off with Paul from Sky.
Excellent. Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
Mikel, a great result at the weekend that's left this Premier League title race looking very exciting. But has there been a need for a different message to the players this week, given the teams you're playing are Chelsea and Tottenham, who of course will be very keen to stop Arsenal winning?
Same messages, keep doing what we've been doing. Focus on the game, on the task, prepare the game really well, as we have tried to do with the time that we had available, and the boys looked ready to go again.
How much character is your team showing at the moment after the win at the weekend, after the week you had?
I think it was a good test to see how we react to certain obstacles and how much we want it basically, and what we are capable of doing when the task raises the level of demands and some people are questioning. Is the moment that you have to step up, and certainly the team did that.
Maurizio Pochettino has said that Cole Palmer is a doubt for this game. How big a boost would that be, given he has been their outstanding player this season?
I don't know. We have no control on the players' availability. We have control in ours, and whatever they put out there, when you look at the squad that they have, the quality that they have, it's great. I think they're doing very, very well. I think they're doing much better than people talk, and it will be a tough match tomorrow for sure.
Have you been surprised that, given you mentioned the quality in the Chelsea team, that they're in the league position they're in? And are there any comparisons to be made maybe in your early days, what Maurizio Pochettino was having to deal with at the moment in terms of the project and improvement?
I think the journey of those clubs are very, very different. Nothing to compare, in my opinion. It's a huge admiration for Mouth, because I know him since 23 years ago, and I really wish him all the best. He's an incredible manager. He's a huge leader, and he will inspire that club to get where they want to get. That's for sure.
A big talking point in the last couple of days, generally in the Premier League, has been around match officials. Nottingham Forest. Do you think it was right for Nottingham Forest to question the integrity of the match officials in the way they did yesterday?
I don't know. I'm not involved in that. I've been involved in a few, and that's nothing for me to comment.
Do think back to the Newcastle game earlier in the season when Arsenal kind of called for an improvement in the standard of officiating. Are there any comparisons to be made to some of yesterday's decisions, that maybe there's still work to be done?
No, I don't know. I think we are all trying to improve the game in the best possible way, and we are all aligned. Things are going to happen. They will happen in the future as well. And yeah, when it touches you, it's very difficult, and you have to sympathize with that, because yeah, we've all been there.
Just finally, do you think the way the referees are selected for games, is that a fair process at the moment?
I don't know. We are not involved in that. I'm sure they are doing whatever they think is the best solution, the best process, and it's constantly in review. Everything that we do is evolving and is in constant evolution, and they will try to get it better and better, and I'm certain that that will happen.
Thanks, Mikel. Nick from PLP.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Good afternoon. How big was that win at Wolves after a couple of difficult results? It felt like a very mature performance by Arsenal.
In terms of size, it was quite good. It really meant a lot to us. We're in a great position in the Premier League. We've been like this for 9.5 months, and we want really to give it a real go and be really determined to do what is in our hands to try to lift that trophy. And tomorrow we're going to have a very tough opponent in front of us, and we will try to overcome that opponent again.
The fact this season there are 3 teams involved in the title race, it feels that it's more challenging, it's more exciting, and the margins are tighter. Would you agree with that?
They are, because obviously you depend on another 2 teams as well, and you talk about, as I always said, the best 2 teams in the decade of this league, in my opinion, 2 of the best in the history of this league. So this is where we are.
What do you make of Chelsea in the last couple of months, despite the defeat at Wembley against City? And we can clearly see the improvement. When you face them in the winter, they really challenge you.
Yeah.
What do you expect tomorrow?
Huge improvements. I think they deserve to be in a much higher position in the league. When you look at what they've done and what they produce in games, they have reached a final, they have reached a semi-final, they could have been through. So I think what Mauricio is doing is really impressive, and I'm sure that he's going to get them there.
Ian, Top Sport.
Hi, Mikel. How are you?
Hi, very good, thank you.
Do you enjoy playing against or pitting your wits against Mauricio Pochettino? I know he's a good friend of yours.
Enjoy.
Hmm.
I have to play against him. He needs to play against me. It's huge clubs. It's a London derby. It's a massive game for us, and we have prepared the best possible way.
In terms of officials, you were asked about earlier. You said that you think things will change in the future. Do you think things need to change in the future? Do you think that we have a great product on the pitch, see loads of goals, great title race? There's just one little thing letting it all down at the moment. Do you think it needs to change?
No, I think it evolves. I think it will evolve because the game is evolving, and the officiating will evolve in direction with the game probably, and the technology as well. And there will be new rules for sure, and they will implement new rules in the future. We have to be open to that.
Because it seemed last week in the Champions League, VAR decisions were made a lot quicker. Was that your perception that things are different in Europe compared to here at home?
It was super fast. I was fascinated. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You can really see in 2 seconds 5 different screens. So I would like to review that process.
Finally, after the game on Saturday, Pep Guardiola brought up the schedule again. The fact that City had to play Wednesday and then the FA Cup semi-final Saturday. You're playing Saturday and now on Tuesday. I just wanted your idea about whether or not the schedule, the calendar needs to be looked at. Maybe managers need to be spoken to by not only those putting the games on, but also by their chief execs who sign the things that say not only these games they're happy for them to play, but also that tours before and after seasons can go ahead.
Yeah, but I already gave my opinion last week about it, and I understand that is a really important topic. But I said what I think, and let's see. There are some improvements, and we look after the players as good as we possibly can between all of us. It's not just an individual responsibility. It's all the factors. The clubs are involved heavily as well, with the broadcaster, with the FA. It's a lot of decisions to be made, and I think we really need to sit down and rethink what we are doing.
George, BBC, Social Day, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Got a nice cake here.
For all of us.
Yeah, well, that's it. I just wondered on Saka and Declan Rice and their scheduling, a lot of your players, I think some of them are close to playing sort of 50 games now. And Arsene Wenger used to say that they'd have this red zone, and I know Arsenal do a lot of work on stats. How close are your players to being burnt out with scheduling and what they're going through at the moment with seasons? Are they almost like they can't wait for the season to end just to get a couple of weeks off?
I don't know. When I see them this morning, I had to stop them because winning as well is a big boost of energy. And after the performance against Wolves and winning and having to play a London derby tomorrow, everybody's ready for it. Something else is, yes, the amount and the volume of those games. It's not the moment for us to look at that. We have to think in a positive way and feel and think that we are fresh to perform the best possible way.
When you talk about officiating evolving, would you be open to maybe looking at refs from other countries coming to the Premier League? Do you think that would help? Because